All right. What's up, everybody? Anton Kraly here from eCommerceLifestyle.com, and that's our new theme song. What do you think? Today, I am going to be talking to you about our book, the brand new book that just came out. At the time I'm recording this, it came out yesterday. It is called Dropship Secrets. It is brought to you by my company, Dropship Lifestyle. And quick side note, I'm doing this podcast as a video, so if you're listening to it, can't talk, on iTunes or whatever podcast player you use, and I reference some things like that are in a video, that's because it's most likely also on YouTube and on Facebook, but the audio version should just get to the point. So what I want to talk about is the book, why I'm so excited about it, and then I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that came in via Instagram yesterday when I made a post about this thing. So before I do that, let me just say thank you so far to everybody that's supporting this and that has went out there and actually purchased this thing so far. Like it's crazy. I mean, I knew people would want it because who doesn't love books, right? Like books are probably the biggest thing that's changed my life, and I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them because where else can you learn so much for like $10? And by the way, I bought this one for you already, so you can get it for free. Just pay shipping at dropshipsecrets.com. But yeah, the response has just been like, it's completely overwhelming. So again, thank you. Appreciate it. Can't wait for you to have this thing in your hands. And if you already did purchase it, you will get an email, or you should have received an email within about 5 minutes after ordering. That email will have a login to a bonus members area we're giving you, which has a digital copy of the book. So you can go ahead and read it right now, as well as a whole bunch of other different resources and bonuses that we have included for you. So yeah, you should have that already. And again, thank you to everybody. The response has been a lot greater than I even imagined it would have been. So thank you. Let me hop into the questions here. And this is kind of like just a general Q&A. And the first question that came in a lot, which I assumed would come, is from people that want to know the difference between the book and my coaching program, Dropship Lifestyle, right? So Dropship Lifestyle, been around since 2013. The book just published. The book, 143 pages. Dropship Lifestyle, my coaching program, over 100 hours of video, plus software, plus coaching calls, plus the forum, plus live events. So they're not the same thing. With that being said, if you already have access to my coaching program, I still think you should pick up a copy of the book. And I'm not saying this like just to sell you on it. Like honestly, if you go to Dropship Secrets right now and get this book and you take it, right, and you pay shipping, I lose money. So I'm not saying this to try to make money from you. I'm saying this because this book, even if you have my coaching program, will help you. You're not going to learn anything that I'm holding back from you in the program, but as you go through it, a lot of the concepts are just going to be reinforced from what you probably already know, or maybe some things you missed or skipped over as you were going through the actually through the program the first time. And also, like mine's all marked up too. You'll probably do the same, but it's an interactive book, so there's lots of sections as you go through it where I'm actually asking you to complete small action tasks. And the reason why is because when you finish this thing, it's not just like you finish reading it. You finish reading it, but you also finish completing it. So now you have a resource that we basically co-create that can sit on your desk, that could be the foundation for your business. So what if you don't have Dropship Lifestyle, right? You're not part of my coaching program and you want the book? Yeah, I mean, definitely still get it. Of course, I think you should get both. But let's talk about like why then, right? Like why does this exist if I teach everything from this in the Dropship Blueprint, my Dropship coaching program? The main reason is because you've probably heard me talk about this, but when I got my start in e-commerce, it was back in 2007. And the reason I even thought e-commerce was an option and the reason I even gave it a go is because Tim Ferriss wrote the 4-Hour Workweek, right? I bought that book in 2007. I don't know what I paid. It was probably like $12 or something. And there was a chapter in it on e-commerce. I think that was it. Maybe like a chapter and a half, right? Super basic, but it opened up the ideas in my head to say, you know what, let me give this e-commerce thing a try. And as they say, right, the rest is history from there. I've been going strong for, 12 years now, almost 13 in the e-commerce business. So that's why I wanted to put this book out, because back then, right, when I bought the 4-Hour Workweek book, let's just say Tim Ferriss had a online coaching program that was $2,000 to $5,000 like Dropship Lifestyle is. I probably wouldn't have bought it. I would have thought, is this thing a scam? Is this real? Can I even afford it? And I'm sure there are plenty of people, probably the majority of people out there that are in that situation that I was in back 12, 13 years ago. So So this book is here to basically do what the 4-Hour Workweek did for me to you. It's going to open your eyes to what is possible. It's going to show you how to actually dropship the right way, in a way that can be profitable, in a way that's sustainable, in a way that brings value to your customers, in a way that you have a business that's actually an asset that people will buy from you should you ever want to sell it. So this book is here to open your eyes to these concepts, to show you the 7 steps that we use when we launch new stores, and to, again, hopefully spark in you what was sparked in me 12 years ago now when I built my first e-commerce store. That's why we're going to work through this thing together. That's why I put in the time to put out a book, which honestly, it was a lot more work than I thought, and we could have gave up on this project a lot of times, but wanted to see it through because I know how much my life's changed, and I know this book, if it's in the right person's hands, is going to change their lives as well. So what you could do if you want to pick it up, again, just go to dropshipsecrets.com. It is free. I already bought a whole bunch of copies of this thing, and all you have to do is cover shipping. Let me go to the questions, because we did have questions about international shipping on Instagram. And if you want to see, yes, we ship to Europe. Yes, we ship to South Africa. If you want to see what countries we ship in and you're not in the States, when you go to dropshipsecrets.com, you'll see like the basically like the sign up form, and there'll be a drop down menu of countries. So go there. If you see your country, we ship there. The thing is, we're charging $7.95. I know it's a joke. Like I paid, I think it was like $3.50 for this coffee this morning. So what, twice the price of that? And I'll ship you this book that shares over a decade of my knowledge. Not a bad deal, right? But yeah, $7.95 for the US, and then international is, I think it's like $15 or $16 that we're charging, but you'll see that on the page. So yeah, go check that out. But we are shipping to most countries. Again, losing money on it, but it's for a reason. I know back in the day that if I had this, my path would have just been on a much more upward direction instead of the roadblocks on the way, as I learned, right? You get to learn the easy way by getting this. And by the way, as I go in here to the questions, let me just say that this book, like even if you're up and running, and let's say you're running an e-commerce store, or you're doing drop shipping, but you're like drop shipping from AliExpress, or you're drop shipping from China, or you're doing the arbitrage model, still get this because it'll open your eyes and it will still probably change the way that you do business. Okay, a question came in from Balu, and it says how to motivate yourself. So yeah, motivation, right? The way that I think of it, I'll give another book recommendation, another one that's life-changing if it's in the right person's hands, is Do the Work, and that's by Steven Pressfield. Now, that book is about procrastination and about getting things done. It's worth a read. It's short, takes like a few hours to read through it. I love books like that. But the main thing that I think, like with this book, for example, I could have procrastinated. I could have said, we'll do it in Q4. We'll do it in Q1 of next year. But I just thought like, okay, well, why am I doing this, right? For me, it always comes back to the why. And for me, the why with the book, again, is because I know 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, I'm going to have even more people emailing me and posting on YouTube and posting on Facebook and posting on Instagram saying how their life's changed because of it. So that was my why for this, to change the way people think, to change the way that people do business, to change the situations that people are living in. Now, for you, when you're building your business, think about the real reason you're doing it, get to the core of your why, and then just make it happen. So like, for example, maybe it's because you need to leave your job because your boss is the worst person in the world. Or maybe it's because you have 3 kids and every time they ask you for something, you have to really, think about it and check the bank account and tell them no because the money's not there. Or maybe it's because when you go to dinner, you have to triple check everything on the menu to get prices right. And you don't have to worry about what you order anymore, right? There's a whole bunch of reasons that could be your why, but figure that out, use that as motivation, and do the work while you're thinking of the reason that you got into this in the first place. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go deeper into this. This is from Snap Pew Pew. He said, is this book going to cover what is in the Dropship Blueprint, or will there be new material? So yeah, in the Dropship Blueprint, we're in version 7 now, right? And I update it at least once a year, like a full update. I do incremental changes throughout the year as I learn new things. So you're not gonna read anything in here that you're like, why didn't Anton tell me about this in the Blueprint? Like that you have, if you pay for my coaching program, I give you what I know. I don't hold stuff back from you. But again, what I think will happen is as you read through this, it will reignite some concepts and ideas in your mind. And I think you'll definitely get plenty of takeaways that'll make it well worth the shipping fee. Okay. We had a question, is there an audiobook? We do have an audio version available. You can get more information on that on dropshipsecrets.com. There is an extra fee for it because we had to have the thing made and produced, but yes, we do. Okay, let's see. Someone said, are they being dropshipped? Yes, they are. John said, isn't dropshipping oversaturated? So no, here's the deal. When it comes to saturation with our model, which by the way, again, it's not dropshipping from China, it's not arbitrage. We work with domestic suppliers where orders ship fast. It's not saturated. Saturation occurs at the product level, and there are millions and millions and millions of products that you could sell. So no, you're fine. I'm not going to say that my answer will be the same in 5 years or in 10 years, right? Things could change. They probably will. But right now, the opportunity is very, very alive. Okay, more questions. Mans said, should I create a general store or a niche store? Niche store only. Yeah, Tim said, are you shipping to Germany? Yes, we are. Roscoe said, will this be available on audio? Will this be available on Audible? No plans for that. Maybe in the future. Not going to say one way or another because we haven't even looked into it, to be honest. Okay, cool. Those are all the main questions, guys. So again, if you're listening to this podcast right now, I know it's way different than what we usually talk about, where I'm just like sharing things that are top of mind. But I did want to get this out so you could know about this, so you could know why I wrote this book to begin with. Let me also just say, if you want to get a copy, go to the website now at Dropship Secrets and get it, because one of the it is the best bonus. I'm including a bunch of bonuses. You could see them all on that webpage. But the best bonus that I'm including is a live masterclass that's going to be, I think it's on a Monday. It's either next Monday or the Monday after, but it is only available until if you enroll before then and if you get the book before then. And I'm going to go live for probably 3 to 4 hours where I'm going to deep dive into concepts from this book. I'm going to take all your questions. So this isn't like a normal webinar. This is going deep into what I teach in here. So you're also going to get a replay of that if you get the book before the class happens, but that's the only way to get it. So yeah, $7.95. You could buy 2 of these coffees from Starbucks, or you could have something that'll change your life if you're ready for it. So again, thank you everyone for the support so far. I'm just like blown away by this. If you're watching the video of this and the video of this podcast and you see like where I am right now, I'm in a new house we just moved into and none of our stuff is here yet, right? Like none of our furniture, it's all being shipped across the country. And like I'm sitting here in a room that's basically empty and I'm just watching so many people that are excited about this book too. So it really does mean a lot. But what will mean even more is when I see you posting about your results, your successes, and your biggest really, takeaways once you get these things in your hand and put it into action. So go to dropshipsecrets.com, guys. Thank you for checking out this episode of the e-commerce lifestyle podcast. And I'll be back in the next episode with more e-commerce tips and lifestyle design tips. Thanks everybody. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.